Hey, welcome back. So today we got in some PlayStation 4 and 5 games. Figured we would go through them, make sure all the correct games are inside, and then I will have you price them out and put them out for a sale. Does that sound good? Perfect. So let's just get started. Should be pretty simple. I think a few of these games are actually sealed, a few are not, so we can determine the prices by that, and then of course the quality of the game and the resale value. Now, one thing I did want to mention is we do have a brand new PlayStation section, so that's obviously where they will go. And used PS5 games are very popular at the moment, so hopefully these will sell pretty quickly. Alright, so we will just get started. It looks like this first game is Stellar Blade. Have you played this one yet? Yes, it is a fantastic game. I actually really like the music in it, and it's just a really fun game. So I would definitely recommend it. If anybody has questions about it, feel free to send them over to me and I can help. But here is the front, and this is the main character. She's really cool. Here is the back, so we don't see any damage on the case, which is good. Let's take a look inside. Alright, well, this is definitely not good. It doesn't look like we have the game inside. So, unfortunately, we do need to find a disc for this. I do wonder if anyone was testing in the back, so maybe it's in the PS5, but we can double check. We will need to find it, of course, before putting it out for sale. And then it looks like it just comes with this access code for downloadable content. And then I always like to point this out. You can reverse the cover if you'd like to. So here is the artwork on the reverse side, which is pretty cool. So you do have that option. So yeah, let's just make note that we need to find that game. Alright, next up is a PlayStation 4 game. This is Spider-Man. Another fantastic game. Here's the back. I had a lot of fun playing this game, for sure. Let's check inside. Okay, I do see the disc is here, which is pretty cool looking. And then a little insert again about DLC story content. Now I will have you clean all of the discs, just make sure they are pristine. And you can see here, we also have different artwork you can display on this cover as well. So we'll just leave it on this side for now. Alright, so we'll just make sure this disc is clean. Next we have a Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and now this is sealed. This is a PS4 game. And this has never been opened, so we will determine the price based on that. Next we have Dead Space for PS5, one of my favorite games of all time. And here's the front and the back. So again, if anyone has questions about this one, send them over to me and I would be glad to assist. No insert in this game. And then we have the disc, which we will obviously clean. Now I'll have you run them through the disc cleaner regardless of if they already look perfect or not. Just again to make sure there's no dust, no grime, and it's just perfect. So then we have God of War and God of War Ragnarok. So this is for PS4. Really enjoyed this game. Actually played it for the first time last year. Let's take a look. Alright, so we have the disc, no insert. Looks like we can flip this around to see the artwork. I guess it is pretty cool that they have that option for display purposes. I do really miss manuals though. I know most people probably don't, but that's just because I grew up playing games that had them. Okay. So that is good. Clean that disc as well. And then this one is sealed. So just make note of that. And this is a PS5 game. Right, then I see Bloodborne for PS4. This case looks a little beat up. I might have us switch it out. Oh yeah, there's actually a big tear on the back. So we have a bunch of extras in the back. So I will just have you switch everything over to a new case. Let's check out the inside, make sure there's no damage. Just have a little flyer. And then the disc looks fine, but we will clean it. And let's look at the reversal. Ooh, this one is actually really cool on the opposite side. Yeah, so it's definitely a dark game, so I think this is perfect. So we'll just put this in here, but again, let's switch out the case since it is damaged. Resident Evil 4 for PS5. Another really good game. One of my favorites from back in the day. No insert, and then the disc is there. Ghost of Tsushima. This is a PS5 game. And I actually really like cover of this game. I have not played this yet, have you? Yeah, it's honestly been on my list for a while, so hopefully I will play it soon. Then we have the disc, no insert, and then a really cool cover you can flip it to. Yeah, that one's really neat. Just put this back in here. Do you have any questions so far? Yeah, we get trade-ins like this a few times every week, so this is a pretty common task we have before the store opens, just making sure we are ready to put these all out for sale. Right now, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, it looks like the reversal artwork is already here, and it is pretty cool. So let's open it up. We have the disc, and then, yeah, you can see what the front cover looks like. But we'll just leave it on this one because it is pretty cool. So no insert, and then, yeah, I will have you clean the disc. Okay, The Last of Us, Part 1, PS5, the front, and the back. This was a game I very much enjoyed. The game, no manual, and then here is the art on the back, which is kind of similar to the front, so I think they could have been a little bit more creative. It really is a fantastic game. I've actually never played Part 2. That is also on my list. I think Season 2 of the show is coming out soon, which I will probably watch. So looking forward to that. Jedi Survivor. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and this game was so good. Love the main character and the storyline. The disc actually just fell out a little bit, but it looks clean. Just stick it right back in there. And that looks good to go. Demon Souls for PS5. It's a really cool cover as well. Let's take a look. Right, we have the disc. Let's see. Ooh, this is actually really cool. So, this is a challenging game for sure, but I did enjoy it. Not one of my favorite games of all time, though. Okay, perfect. Then a classic Grand Theft Auto 5 for PS5. These graphics were so amazing compared to the original, of course, but this is a game I really enjoyed playing when it first came out. So it was, of course, really cool to play on PS5. I don't know if I ever looked at the artwork on the back. Oh, it's pretty simple. It just says fine wood. So, nothing too exciting there. So again, I'll just have you clean the disc. Just making sure this is perfect. Okay. And then last but not least, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. This was a really fun game. Here's the front, really pretty graphics. Let's take a look inside. We have the disc, and then I don't actually know if I ever looked at the art on the back, and this is pretty cool. No manual again. So yeah, typically, from what I've seen with PS4, PS5 games, you will not get a manual, sometimes just random inserts that advertise other games, or have codes for different content, things like that. Alright, so I think that is everything for now. So again, I'll have you go through, clean the discs, and then I will have you test all of them. Just pop them in the PS5 or PS4 for a few minutes, make sure they are working. We do have a return policy for 30 days, so if somebody were to have an issue, they can bring the game back. If you have any questions or need anything, feel free to come up front and ask me, and we'll be opening the store in a few minutes. Thanks so much for your help today, and I will see you in a little bit.